Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center coming at you from SHOT Show 2023. We're here at the Case booth. They got a nice room for us here. It feels a little quieter than it has been.
Well, some of the hoopla's quieted down a little bit, I think. So
we're here with Maury Ford himself. Always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Thank you,
David. Thank you for coming, man. We're glad you're here.
And we each got our sport in our band.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, in the knife business, I don't know, they'll call me a rookie, or they're like, well, that's just part of an occupational hazard. So,
but we got some cool new slip joints, some cool new modern stuff to talk about too.
Yes. One of the things for Case in 2023 that we're super excited about is that, this is going to be a more normal production in that we're going to have more new product. Probably in 22. It was more of a catch-up year, so we had to reduce what we've got new. In 23, we're gonna blow the doors off of it. So we're starting with our vault pattern. Every year there's a giant reveal and release of the vault pattern. There's nothing in my mind that really is I don't know what's it. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yep, sure.
But there's nothing really more traditional than a sway back Congress. Now, we did the medium Congress about 5 years ago, so this is the small, it's what we call our 68 pattern. Those Case folks out there that really know and love Case knives will recognize that pattern. But we're doing it in a 4-blade. We're also doing it in a 2-blade. That's a smooth chestnut bone handle.
Yeah.
Very traditional.
Is that giraffe bone or is that
no,
cattle
that's
bone?
actually cow bone. Yeah, that's actually
it's
cow
got
bone.
It's got like better texture than I'm used to seeing from a lot of cow bone.
A lot of times when we dye bone, we always tell our manufacturing folks, because they want it to be super consistent, so I'm like, if you see some of that natural characteristics of it, I like it. But you're right, it kind of resembles a camel or even a giraffe bone.
It looks great, especially this backside actually, which is the side I'm looking at here.
Yes.
Let me check that out.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So that's going to be 3 1/8 inches, so it's just going to be a little bit larger than our small Texas toothpick. You've got a coping blade, you've got a spear blade, a sheep foot, and a pin blade. Great pocket carry, just a super nice knife.
Yeah,
we're gonna have
a lot of blade in a small package.
We're going to have 21 versions of that just in our core catalog. So when I say we're coming back with new products, one of the things that we did, we kind of reduced some of the patterns. But by doing that, we were able to take vault patterns and some other things and kind of expand them.
And really go nuts with it.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
So it's not overkill in my opinion, and I think folks that love this pattern will also. There's plenty to choose from. Everything from abalone to a lot of synthetics. You're going to have a lot of bone handles. We see the yellow one on the table there. And we're going to do the 2-blade and the 4-blade versions. So and we're going to do some of those in carbon as well as stainless.
Excellent. That green is looking really good too.
That's our green apple. That's a lime green, and it's done really well. It's kind of one of those startling colors that you look at it, just kind of, you're not going to pass that up in a display because it's really going to stand out.
Well, that's exactly what happened. We were pulling knives out, and he walked right past this, and I was like, no,
wait a minute.
What's this?
Wait a minute. The green apple is going to be part of our spring collection. So that'll be hitting websites and places probably in the next 30 to 60 days.
Awesome.
A lot of these other congresses are going to be, we're trying to get those to where we have some early February. So we're only weeks away on most of those. And if you want to get in the latest and greatest, it's a small congress that's part of our 2023 vault collection.
Very nice indeed.
In addition to that, David, just when you look at across the line,
I don't even know what to do with this.
Let me put it back over here.
Yeah, let's do
here
that.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. When you look across the line, you're going to see a lot of reintroductions and stuff. We may need some more Band-Aids here. A lot of reintroductions in product families. You're going to see things in our buffalo horn. We're going to bring back. We've got our gray pocket horn, which is carbon steel. Case is doing more carbon because there's a higher demand for it. For us, we're seeing that. Stainless. We'll have a lot of stainless.
Well, I mean, I've told you the carbon, especially with the yellow synthetic.
It's iconic, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of what you expect. And with a lot of folks, we kind of have that dual conversation. It's like Case is known for natural handle materials, and they're like, oh yeah, but I have an old yellow handle. I'm like, well, that's kind of that's also what we're known for. So, but you're going to see additions to product families, both buffalo horn. You're going to see pocket horn. You're going to see our bone stag. We added a Warncliffe trapper to that. So trapper's been in the line there. We added that Warncliffe blade as kind of a secondary option on that. The bone stag is beautiful.
Sure
It is definitely, genuine stag is probably my favorite handle. Second would have to be bone stag because it looks so much like it.
And the genuine stuff can get so expensive sometimes too.
Well, even getting the larger pieces. We do a lot of the smaller, but getting the larger pieces now has really been a challenge. Part of our other spring collection is going to be a vintage bone Damascus. This is a high carbon ladder Damascus. Beautiful Damascus.
Look at that.
And we're doing that there's going to be 8 patterns in the family. The 2 that we're showing here are patterns that are not currently in production, which kind of leads to a lot of questions, but it's also, this has been in the works for 2 years. So when we were doing this is our Seahorse Whittler, our 55 pattern, and this is our Tony Bowes version of the saddle horn. When we were doing those, these were still in the line. So as we got down the path and all of a sudden we're ready to go, we're like, hey, and also have a muskrat in that, and the muskrat's not in the line currently. But all of those are going to be making their way back. Now that we've hopefully kicked COVID behind us, we're going to have a lot of this stuff coming out. So
very cool.
We've got some good stuff. So
very cool.
Always the message that I talk, if it's at SHOT Show or talking to customers, I'm like, Case is a slip joint company, man. We love the space that we're in. People love our brand and they collect it for that reason. The heritage, we're celebrating 134 years this year.
Wow.
American manufacturing, completely American manufacturing.
Get back to me when we're on a 135.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
134
hey,
is.
It's not real.
No,
what do you do with that?
That's awesome.
No.
That's
so
awesome.
It's something we take a lot of pride in. But last year we talked about our entry into the modern stuff. So we entered that in 2021. We were the Knife of the Year at the Blade Show 2021 with our Marilla. Marilla is still a fantastic knife. We got a lot of different color options in that. But we also had the Kinzu at that point. Probably the big reveal this year is going to be, we're adding an assist to that, and it's called the Westline. The Westline is going to be, it's not a frame lock like the other, it's a liner lock. You're going to see that S35 steel. It's got, I think that's what you call blade geometry, right? When you have all of those grind lines and all the things in there.
Well, it's a great shape. It's unique, and especially, like, even more so, I think, than the Marilla or the Kinzu. This is especially a leap outside.
Yes.
I hesitate to say outside your comfort zone, but really pushing things.
Yes.
And I really like the shape on this knife a lot.
So it's got, you're right, it feels a little meatier. I think it's a little more substantial in your hand. It's got the deep carry pocket clip. It's obviously the thumb stud on both sides, so it's the anodized aluminum. We're going to have that in the red, the blue, the black, and a clear anodized. So we're coming out with 4 of those. Expect those to be out late March, early April, so we're not too far away from that. But man, so far at SHOT Show, I can tell you it's been really well received. In Pennsylvania, they just opened up some other laws that might lead to some things down the road for us that might take it next level.
I have no idea what you're
I don't know. I don't know. So.
Well, I'll tell you what I really like about this specifically is the blade the stock is a little bit thinner than on the previous knife, so it's going to slice a little bit better. But you've got such a cool, powerful shape here for, I don't know, just like heavier utility feeling things, rather than, it feels a little more specialized in a way. Great work feeling knife, great feel in the hand. It fills the hand nicely. The way you've got it going on here, it keeps your hand away from the edge a little bit. So you can kind of reach out a little bit, a little more, shall we say, safely or comfortably. But then you can get right up behind the edge with that little space right there and just do some really nice stuff with it.
So we're excited about that. That is, again, that's one we've been working on for a while, but that assist opening.
It's real easy to close for an assist too, which is nice.
So we have the flipper obviously, but then obviously the assist. So that was our next level in the modern, and we're excited about that.
Can we talk about price range you're shooting for with these?
Yeah, so these are going to be in that $189 price point. Again, most of our other Kinzu Marilla are in that $149 to $159. This is going to be more in the $189.
And made in the same factory right alongside the slip joints, which is
so
cool to talk
what
about.
is so cool, so when you think Westline, Marilla, Kinzu, I get asked all the time, where in the world did you guys come up with those names? Because our artisans take so much pride that these are all made in our factory in Bradford, Pennsylvania, 100%. They all have names that are relevant or maybe very important to the area. So the Westline is an area in the Allegheny Mountains. It's just on the outskirts of Bradford, but if you trout fish or you hike or you camp or you hunt out there, you're going to be very familiar with the Westline. Same with the Kinzu was a Kinzu bridge, and it was also an area and a stream, and the Marilla. So all of these things, if you dive into it a little bit, are very significant names to that area.
Very cool.
But it really ties back to the fact, made in USA, made in Bradford, PA.
One made in an area that has such a strong history of cutlery and knife making. As for the country. That's neat.
So we're really excited about that. Some of the things. So we've got this technology that a traditional slip joint company hasn't had in a long time. So we have water jets, and we've got some really fine, milling equipment and things like that. So with that, we kind of took the Kinzu next level. So Kinzu was came out with the Tonto blade. We also have a spear point. So we have what we call our Deco custom Kinzu line. And those are going to launch in April as well. We're able to do things with DOC coating with kind of the black, almost PVD-like coating, Cerakote. We're able to take photo imaging, so we can do some really cool. You're going to see things that are. These are like some other samples. Yeah, these are some other samples that we're going to have. You may have a dragon. We've got skulls, which a little edgy for a 134-year-old company, but we also understand, the patriotism. We're going to have. There's going to be a snakeskin version. There's going to be a camo version. The orange is kind of a faux Damascus, so we can laser a Damascus-like pattern. Not trying to be something we're not, but just kind of show the technology there. And this is where we think a lot of stuff will kind of transcend in that with our ability. We're owned by Zippo Manufacturing, world class in decorating techniques and options, and in some of this, I think our engineers are having a lot of fun, but just getting started. So you're going to see some cool stuff.
What's cool about this too is it gives the otherwise smoother handle a little bit of texture to it. So it's you could even say it's a performance upgrade for certain applications anyway. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I think we look at SHOT Show. Obviously, slip joints. There's some highlights there. The Westline has been super well received, but our Deco program, our custom Kinzu, everybody's just drawn to it. One, you want to see what it is, but also it's kind of like if you look at a Zippo lighter or even a lot of our case knives, it kind of represents your personality. So if you're into all camo, that's a really fun.
I'm just gonna set it down. Sorry.
If you're into camo, or maybe there's something that kind of speaks to your personality or things like that, or your interest, so you can kind of do that in your modern case Kinzu. So we also have, I don't think we talked about it there.
We G10. Forgot the blue.
Blue G10, and even some of our gray bird's eye maple. We've got some of those. The blue G10 is going into our catalog, and it's going to have that diamond shield with the XXX, that famed XX trademark in it. And then the gray bird's eye maple is going to be part of our spring release. So those products will be out just a little bit later. But it's fun to get a glimpse, right? This is the beginning. I told you we were walking around. We weren't able to do a spring or summer or fall supplement. We only did a holiday last year. So we've already got our spring supplement. We've got our summer pretty well buttoned up. We're doing a fall, so there'll be a lot of case stuff coming.
More cool
stuff. A lot of stuff coming.
Excellent.
And some stuff is way ahead. But Blade Show, there's going to be some cool stuff that we'll get your take on.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Listen,
cool
I'm holding a lot of people to that, so we better be doing that. That's for sure. So
great.
But we appreciate it. I told you earlier. I kind of SHOT Show was a crazy busy time, but I've been sneaking through some of y'all's videos, and it's what a glimpse for those folks that don't get to come to SHOT Show, because this is an industry show. It's not open to the public. You bring it live and in person, man. I'm running
trying to do.
I usually try to do a walkthrough. I've not been able to do it. I don't think I have to do it. I think I'm just gonna scroll through the videos.
Well, there's a lot more than knives here though too.
Oh well, yes. Yeah, if you love guns and everything tactical, man, this is your shot
place
too.
To be.
So
awesome. Well, Maury, thank you so much for taking the time. Of course,
absolutely.
You're a part of all of that.
Yeah. Well,
and we appreciate it. It's cool stuff here. More cool stuff coming down.
Yes, sir. David, thank you for what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Thank you very much. Guys, check out the link in the description. That'll take you over to our case section on the website, where you're going to be seeing some of this stuff real soon, some of it sooner than others. So just keep an eye out there and keep sticking around for more SHOT Show coverage.